Thank the gentlelady. Now I recognize myself for 5 minutes of questions. I'm glad the subcommittee is holding this hearing to discuss the future of college athletics. I don't see the future as bright if we don't get some control and understanding what athletics are for. And as a former athlete myself, not at the highest level, but the impact in my life was very positive. And athletics encouraged my academics, which was the highest priority. Ms. Wynn, I appreciated your testimony. That really is the essence of athletics and scholarship. Before I ask questions to our witnesses, I did want to bring up one college sports-related issue that I've heard a lot about from my constituents. Division I and II college athletes who are awarded scholarships at our universities are increasingly coming from other countries. According to NCAA data, international student-athlete participation has increased by 145% since 2001. One example is Division I men's and women's tennis, where foreign athletes make up over 60% of overall participants. In men's and women's ice hockey, they make up over a third. Sadly, college sports has become big business, and there's an increasing pressure to recruit foreign athletes to make money and win games. Unfortunately, these scholarship opportunities have come at the expense of American-born student athletes. This is additionally troublesome because in the United States, college athletics partially serve as America's Olympic development program. In the 2024 Paris Olympics, 65% of the U.S. Olympic team were current, former, or incoming NCAA student athletes. The increasing number of foreign athletes in college sports jeopardizes opportunities for American athletes and the global competitiveness of our athletic programs. Having said that, Mr. Nash, proponents of classifying student athletes as employees have cited the substantial amount of revenue that certain college sports programs bring in and the potential for revenue sharing with these athletes as reasons for employment status. What does the law say regarding whether revenue generation is a factor in determining employment status?
Thank you. The law has been very clear that the amount of revenue that an organization receives is not a factor in determining whether someone is or is not an employee. Otherwise, if it was, businesses that lose money could claim that they shouldn't have to pay their employees. What matters, and the Supreme Court has made this clear many times, is whether someone meets the test or the definition of a common law employee. Student athletes for decades have been recognized as not meeting that test. And the fact that revenue has increased in sports like football or basketball shouldn't be a basis for changing that law.
Yeah, appreciate that. Ms. McWilliams-Parker, in your written testimony, you state that reclassifying student athletes as employees would place an even greater strain on already strapped athletic department budgets. What are some of the measures that athletic departments may have to take in response to an employment model?
For our member institutions, and I would just speak for my colleagues as HBCUs, I mean, our conversation is, will we be able to sustain sports? Will we be able to continue to give scholarships? Will we have to reduce that? I think there's a high concern that we're already operating in deficit. So all this money and revenue we're hearing about, that's not funneling to smaller division schools, Division II schools. All the gate receipts that you see, we're all running deficits. And there would be a concern that we wouldn't be able to keep up. And so eliminating sports, and as we know, sometimes the Olympic sports and women's sports go first. And that would be tragic to see when that opportunity for myself and Ms. Wynn, those are the concerns that we have. We can't keep up with the masses of what you all are talking about. We just want to give these students an opportunity, like I had, to play their sport and to be able to get their college degree and to represent like Ms. Macbeth is today and myself.
As a student athlete, why did you undertake athletics with the purpose of being a student?
As I heard a student say the other day, and as I would say, sports saved my life. It gave me an opportunity that nothing else did. I could have done a lot of different things, but it was the pathway for my family. for me to get a college degree and to be able to make impact and to be prepared to be a commissioner today. I'm no different than any of my other colleagues. I just have a smaller representation of what you all see on a broader side of what you watched in March Madness. So the opportunity to play sport and to have teammates and to lead and to guide and to go through that strenuous work every single day has
thank
been
you.
necessary. Thank you.
My time has expired, but I wanted to hear that. You wanted to be a student athlete, but student first.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now